very good afternoon from here in the centre of Gibraltar. This evening we're going to take a stroll around Gibraltar. A very good morning from here in Gibraltar. A very good morning guys from here in Casemate Square. So very good morning guys from me here in Rosia Bay. And we're back in Gibraltar producing Gibraltar content. And today is Gibraltar's Wildlife Day and they've opened up Parsons Lodge. That is the little battery, the defence just behind me. And yeah, they've got a little thing going on there we've never visited before on the channel, so let's go down there, let's take a look. They should be showcasing some of Gibraltar's beautiful wildlife. And what a beautiful day it is here today. It is Saturday the 5th of April and the weather's just about 20 degrees, so yeah, come join me guys. So guys, it's a beautiful spring Saturday afternoon here in Gibraltar and we've arrived at Parsons Lodge here and we can see a few really interesting stands set up regarding the wildlife you can find here in Gibraltar, whether it's monkeys, birds, bats. You've got all the experts down here today. But what we're going to do is we're going to take a little walk up where we come across some information plaques about the funnel web spider here in Gibraltar and the Andalusian wall lizard, which we see quite a lot on this channel. But let's take a lovely pan shot of the South District here and we can see that big white building down below us. That's actually the vets, that's where you can hear some dogs barking. And yeah, a few clouds in the sky, but all in all a beautiful day. Now we come across these really interesting information placards about the birds of prey that migrate and inhabit the rock. We've got several species of vulture, several species of eagle, falcons, hawks, absolutely interesting and a massive variety of birds of prey. Ospreys that pass through, and there is one that spends a bit of time here in the autumn by the runway. Absolutely fantastic to see the wildlife in Gibraltar being showcased like this. The short-toed snake eagle, you can guess what that eats. A beautiful flag shot flying over Parsons Lodge as well, and the Union Jack also. So guys, as you can see, there's a lot of interesting things to do here in Parsons Lodge. It's actually quite a hidden gem and it doesn't open too often to the public. Now the entrance today was absolutely free and there's quite a few people walking around the old battery, so yeah, we're going to go and take a look and try and hunt out some animals. We've seen a lot of information plaques, a lot of people trying to spot the wildlife here in Gibraltar from the top of the battery. But yeah, let's go and take a look around and see if we can actually find some physical animals. So yeah, what a beautiful afternoon. Come on guys, let's take a look around. So we've got a beautiful aerial shot here of the entrance into Parsons Lodge, and we can see another stand set up here with people trying to spot the birds migrating. And look at this mansion, absolutely impressive. So guys, just as we're walking around and taking our first ever look at Parsons Lodge, we happen to run into the man, the legend, that is the creator of the Spain Gibraltar channel / Ministry of Flight / Ships of the Straits of Gibraltar.
Yeah, wow, you are good. You are good.
So yeah, just bumped into him randomly, so I guess we're going to team up now and Michael's going to explain to us a bit about Parsons Lodge. Come on mate.
Yeah, it's a really interesting and cool spot that the government of Gibraltar and Gibraltar Heritage Trust worked on over the years with the Gibraltar National History Museum as well to create this space, which it focuses a lot on education, and they do a lot of programs here for students and for kids, teaching them about the wildlife and the habitat and ecosystem that we have in Gibraltar. So I know a little bit about it and I'll show you what I know.
Fantastic guys, come on.
One of the things they did was focus on plant life and what kind of natural plants that they have here in Gibraltar. Now, I don't know all the names of them, but if you start taking a look here at the different plants, we've got clover. This is a type of, I don't want to say it's a type of carrot, but it's somewhere in that same field. Then we've got different wildflowers, and they're all over in Gibraltar, especially at this time of year. We've got some olive tree family members as well, and just a really cool, if you like plants, this is a great place to come and check out the biodiversity of the plant life here. Maybe in ancient times, because in Neanderthal times, I mean, we're talking hundreds of thousands of years ago,
Yeah.
the water was actually way far out. So the rock was this big, but the water was so low down that, yeah, there would have been bears and bigger animals like that. But now there's no resources for a bear to live here.
No.
Especially something as simple as a river, because bears eat fish from rivers, and so, but it's a brown bear. We've got a statue of a brown bear.
I know they're up in the northern Spain. You can find them in places like Cantabria. Andorra has a small population of brown bears as well.
Haven't you seen, there's a famous logo in Madrid, and it's the bear
Yes.
pushing up on the tree. I don't know a lot of information about what that symbol means or symbolizes, but it's got something to do with Spain and power, bears and lions.
Right, okay.
Spanish.
Yeah.
Which, you know, is interesting that we're talking about lions as well, because there is a little exhibit down here that mentions extinction and lions and how we have to preserve wild animals in these species, because once they're gone forever. So
Very true.
But so this is Parsons Lodge, and before they had installed these gates here and these fences, it was just kind of overgrown and just an extra area. Let me show you back here really quick. These are bird nets. So the Gibraltar, how do you say the Gibraltar Bird Society?
The Gibraltar Ornithological and Natural History Society.
Fantastically done, yes.
It's too long. He said it. But they've put up these nets here for ringing birds. Is that correct?
Yep. Hopefully, if we catch it. We've actually caught 5 birds this morning. We've had 2 nightingales, a subalpine warbler, and 2 Sardinian warblers.
Oh, wow.
Wow, cool.
Yeah. So
I follow you guys on Twitter, and so I always, when I see you've catch different species of birds, I always comment, I'm like, he's a cutie, he's cute too, because they've got their little beaks in their claws, and they just look so happy, and I know right now is like migration.
Oh yeah, peak
time.
migration time now. So most of the ringing we do is right up the rock there by Jews Gate.
Yep.
And we've got about 16 nets there.
Wow.
So we've got some below the rock and some above our the Mediterranean steps.
And do you keep this one here all year long, or is
We
it
put them up this morning. We'll take them down this afternoon.
okay, to see if you get anything. Well, we'll keep our eye out. Parsons Lodge was, of course, used for defense and offense for the Rock of Gibraltar, and this tunnel would have been used for the military in the 1700s. Does anyone know when Parsons Lodge was built? Okay. Yeah, that's what I...
built previous foundation smaller. This looks around 1700.
That's what I thought by the stonework and
Yeah,
whatnot.
this is English stonework rather
Yeah.
than Spanish.
Yeah.
Roughly 1700.
Okay, that's what I was thinking. It's just I forget where I read it somewhere. So what's cool about Parsons Lodge, and what I appreciate about how they did this when they updated this, was they added all these pictures of wildlife and biodiversity. Now, of course, if you think about Gibraltar, it's this, a southern tip of Europe connecting to the northern tip of Africa. And so this is a migration route for birds, for fish, for cetaceans, for everything. So they put up pictures here, and this is a great spot to visit in summer because it's nice and cool inside of here, and you can just tour around and look at the pictures of the different animals we have. This one's cool. It's a baby monkey. But yeah, this is a cool tunnel. I like it, and they've kept the old wood doors where they would store ammunition and whatnot. And if you take a look down here at the stairs, I mean, this is original stonework, original English stonework. And this right here is where the lantern would actually be placed inside. And so back then it would have been candles or oil or whatnot, and so the wind would blow through the tunnel, and this would have some sort of cover on it to block the wind so that the light would stay on throughout the night.
Fantastic, really interesting, Michael.
Yeah, the wind has shifted, so I imagine the plane now will take off from runway 27 and it'll come out this way up over the bay and then turn south and go around the rock. So we just have to kind of keep our eye out, because I love the planes and the ships.
That's it. Catch Michael's Ministry of Flight. If you just stand there, I can catch that on the back of your t-shirt. As well as that, you've got the Spain and Gibraltar channel and the ships of the Straits of Gibraltar as well, guys. So check him out.
So this also gives us another representation of history. This is a cannon from the 1700s. What I really appreciate about this location with the cannon is the compass dials down here on the ground, which are made out of iron, and they're still here. So you can see the degrees, 39, 40, 41, 42. So what they would use these for is to connect rope here. Another rope would be connected over here, and they would use it as a pulley system to direct the cannon into the specific direction it needed to go to shoot a ship. So if we come right to the window where the cannon is, if you look right out the window, there's a big ship right in front of us. And this cannon would then be set up, and they would maneuver it, and if the enemy ship was coming, they would blow it up.
Pretty serious then, mate. Yeah, bloody hell.
I mean, look at these nuts and bolts. Like, this is serious. Like, these are huge.
Yeah.
And this steel fortification in and of itself is just one of these things that's, I mean, it's really,
bloody hell.
really amazing. I mean, it's just solid. And so is this, and this is original. So that's the coolest thing, is that just, you know, and this is just a few hundred years ago that this was being used here for battles. I mean, the Battle of Trafalgar, the battles between Spain and Gibraltar in the UK over the 1700s and 1800s, like, these were used, this area was used for all of those wars. So it's cool.
So as we can see, guys, Michael really knows his stuff about Gibraltar, but let's give him a break for a few minutes as we make our way back down the stairs and back towards the stalls. And I absolutely love this display. It shows you all the birds and animals that have inhabited the rock and some that still do. And yeah, very interesting to see, and it's lovely to see Gibraltar showcases nature like this. So yeah, if you guys get a chance to visit Parsons Lodge, you'll have to double check online, but I think it's open Monday to Friday, but the opening times are quite short. So yeah, check that out online, but let's make our way back down.
This because the weather's perfect. It's not too hot, it's not too cold, and they've got this nice level area for all these different types of exhibits built right into the original kind of rockwork. Now you can see the difference between these rocks and the ones that we saw up there, which were, you know, cut British stoneworks, whereas this looks like it dates back to before that, where it's just the rocks piled up on top to create the fortifications. This is gorgeous. And this is called Rosia Bay down here, which was also part of, in the past, part of the defenses here. You can see the old dike down there. Down here, there's an old iron ring for tying up ships, for anchoring ships down there. That's got to be at least 200, 300 years old. Do you see it down there on that rock? That's really cool. But this is also a really fun spot to come. In the summertime, the spring, all year long, you can see dolphins right out here, lots of birds, people fishing out here, so when they catch a fish, you get to see what type of fish that live here. So it's a cool spot. Parsons Lodge is definitely a cool place.
So I guess that's it from me here in Parsons Lodge with Michael from all those YouTube channels and social media networks. Just Google him, you'll find him. It's really easy.
The Spain Gibraltar channel, and that channel name came about because I do videos about Spain and Gibraltar. I'm an anthropologist by training from the University of Minnesota, United States, and so living at the Spain and Gibraltar border is an anthropologist's dream.
Absolutely, guys. So yeah, check out his stuff. Obviously, if you haven't subscribed to my stuff, subscribe
to his
That's
channel.
it, you got it, you said it better. But from us here in Parsons Lodge, thank you for watching as always.
At the beautiful Rock of Gibraltar.
And we shall
See you soon.
see you on the next adventure it was, but never mind. See you all guys on the next adventure.